Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm trying to make myself look like Dabi from MHA for Halloween. So we're going to start off with the primer, of course. I use the Poreless Putty Primer by e.l.f. If you don't know Dabi, he's a character from My Hero Academia, which is an anime, and he's one of my favourite characters. Next we are going in with the Match Perfection Foundation by Rimmel London. I actually haven't done my makeup in a long time, so choosing this as the first thing to come back was quite a move. So I was kind of just going into this with hopes and dreams, to be honest. So I've been obsessed with this show lately, so I thought it'd be fun to try his look. But I'm only on season 5, so no spoilers, please. My headband kept sliding further and further back. So now we're going in with the Lasting Perfection Hydrating Serum Concealer by Collection. Okay, so for those of you who are watching Hero Academia or want to watch it, then don't listen to this part because it's going to be spoilers. But for anyone who hasn't watched My Hero Academia, Dabi is one of those characters that just kind of sticks with you. He's technically a villain, but he's got that like tragic, mysterious energy that makes you want to know why he become who he is. Like there's a backstory there. So his quirk is basically blue fire, so he's very powerful. But it's his backstory that is just going to be like painfully human. Like you can tell there's a lot of hurt there. And honestly, characters like him are just like my favorite because they either have the most like character development or they just have like every reason to be a villain. And unfortunately, I have already seen some spoilers on TikTok of Darby's life. And even before I saw those, I already knew, like, when he came on screen that he was gonna have a bad backstory. But I know now that his backstory is horrendous, especially considering who is a part of his backstory. And it just makes it all the more, like, crazy because it's, like, even more, like, betrayal, I guess, because of who caused him to be this way. Okay, so now for the darker purples and reds around the eyes and the mouth. This part always takes a while, so let's chat. I think that's part of why I love this series so much. My Hero Academia isn't just about like heroes and villains, it's also about how people become them. It truly shows like what trauma and expectations can do to someone. And Darby's design is it's just so good. Like the contrast between the pale skin, the burned arrows, the staples, as well as his piercings. I think it really shows the pain of his quirk and the pain of the expectations he had while he was growing up. So, since we're on the topic of anime, if you've got any recommendations that are kind of like psychological, like My Hero Academia, then drop them in the comments. I love anything with complex characters or deep storylines, like stuff that makes you question who the villain really is. I've watched things like Attack on Titan and JJK already, both amazing, both emotionally draining. So I'm open to anything in that realm. Gotta have a good cup of tea. Okay, so now we're going in with the Fast Stroke Waterproof Gel Eye Definer by Collection. Okay, so I do my brows with the Incredibrow Define Plus by Collection. Also, can we talk about how My Hero Academia somehow makes you love the villains? Like, you're supposed to root for the heroes, which you still do, but then they give you characters like Dabi and Shigaraki. I've just butchered that so badly. But they give you their backstories, and you're suddenly like questioning who you're supposed to be supporting. Like, obviously, the heroes in My Hero Academia, the younger ones, have nothing to do with the backstory of Dabi and Shigaraki, but just like their backstories are just so deep. And I swear the writers are just out here making emotionally damaged people way too relatable. It's kind of like Demon Slayer with Akaza and how you kind of like hate him since he killed Rengoku, but then they show you his backstory and you all of a sudden love him. So I feel like they do stuff like that. Okay, so the mascara I'm using is the Lash Sensational Full Fan Effect by Maybelline New York. I actually watched a behind the scenes video where someone said that his design represents someone who's literally holding themselves together, like he's physically stapled shut just to keep from falling apart, and that is just such a deep way of thinking about it. It's such a clever way to show trauma visually. You don't even need his full backstory to feel it. While I do this, I wanted to ask, what other characters should I try next? I'm tempted to do Mina because her design is so chaotic but cute at the same time. Or maybe something totally different like Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen. I feel like I'd have way too much fun with that blindfold look. Okay, so now I'm just cleaning up the edges a bit, and I'm also going to add the staple details. I actually wanted to do all of the staples like the ones on my chin, but they took me so long to just cover them and be able to stick them down like that. So I decided to lay the ones out flat by my mouth and eyes. As you can see by how dark it's getting outside, this look took me a lot longer than I was expecting it to, but it was definitely worth it. I've never actually ever done looks like this before, not even for Halloween, so I really enjoyed doing this. I'd love to make this a series, so next time could be another My Hero Academia character or maybe a totally different universe. You can give me some recommendations down below or just anything you'd like to see, and I can try and give it a go. And there we go. Dabi is done. I'm actually obsessed with how this turned out. Thanks for hanging out with me today. And if you liked this kind of stuff, then let me know down below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See you again soon. Bye.